Hi guys, my name is Noni Madikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Noni Madikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I want us to focus on something else on this video. I want us to focus on something else that also happened in the courtroom where Ukwabini, I felt like, I think he was really tired at that point. And Ukwabini was like, has been in court and has been doing this. A part of me really understands, but I felt like there was a goalpost, there was a goal that he missed. He could have scored there. Yes, there was a goal that he could have scored there, but he kind of he missed that goal because wow, he did not do justice when it comes to that part. He did it before, but he needed to re-emphasize that situation. Anyway, in the Senzomiwa trial, Gwabini lost his plot at some point. He became emotional. He became angry, exhausted. And I understand all of that thing. He's been through a lot of things when it comes to this case. And sometimes I suppose it's things that he wish he can forget. But what happens when he's by himself? When you go through life thinking about things that happened, what happens to him? Because he's a Zulu man, and from Emakaya, chances are, I'm not saying that is the case. He doesn't believe in therapy. He doesn't believe in talking about things. And yeah, and these are things perhaps they don't even discuss Emakaya. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is he a spoken man, an outspoken person who would like sit down and speak to someone and be like, hey, Mfetu, I went through this experience and I ngiphathanga kahle. Babe a conversation so that izophuma kuyena. I don't know if it happens, but it almost cost him a bit. But I don't think it did any much damage. But of course, it's the state. They will nibble on it. Now, something that happened and he lost that plot in, and that it could have never happened in, and the timing could have never been the worst when it happened. Instead of locking down Umukhola and her conduct, he got sidetracked by the quality of isiZulu that Umukhola spoke. And that was not important, guys. That was really not important. He zeroed on whether Sergeant Mukhola speaks isiZulu properly, whether she tries, whether she doesn't, who can or who can't. And Ubaloy at some point was even asking him a stupid question. So to you, everybody else can speak isiZulu. They try to speak it. And he was like, the ones that I was speaking to, those two, yeah, they don't speak proper Zulu. I speak the that was not the focus, and that was not the issue. The issue was this. He had already told the court or put on record that when he went to the courthouse, there in the courthouse, Umukhola was at the door. When he wanted to go inside and stop Constable Zungu from his lies, Umukhola was there, and she told him, if you dare enter this courtroom, you will see what happened to you. He forgot about it, man. He really forgot about it. And that was a crucial moment when Ubaloyi asked him what else did, because Ubaloyi knew what he was doing. That was a moment for him to confirm, yes, I did see her after the Primrose situation at your office. In your office, you were also present. Sibanda was also present. Gininda was also present. He should have remembered that. At yes, here in the courthouse, in your office, and yes, she blocked me to get inside the courtroom, this courtroom. Yes, she threatened me. That's the last time I saw her. Oh, Gwabini, my guy. But I understand where he was coming from. That would have been something that was going to put back the conduct of Mukhola on record, clearly and beyond dispute. But instead, he was like, I never spoke to her again after that. No, you did, sir. You did. What do you mean you never spoke to her? You saw, and I suppose he forgot about it. But okay, I'm just pointing it out. We're not going to talk about the good deeds only. We'll talk about everything. Ukwabini forgot that he went to court. He was stopped at the door. he was threatened by Mukhola. He forgot to mention that again. Yeah, now when he answers questions, sometimes he answers what you are asking according to this. He does not remember to clock it with the other instance that clicks with this. Oh my goodness, that alone, Jay. He didn't repeat that situation. He didn't anchor it. He didn't reinforce it. That's what was needed for it, in my opinion. He got distracted by this language nonsense and missed a very crucial point or a very crucial opportunity to expose Umukhola again, because Umukhola is not just a bystander in this whole saga. She is a participating person, a willing, full participant. She participates in all these things, Umukhola. She participates in all these things. And yeah, Brothers was focusing on the language. And the bigger problem was that Ugwabini wasn't there to litigate isiZulu proficiency, man. No, he was there to clarify one critical fact: the gathering of the 5 IQs at the hostel on the 26th of October. Yes, that was that one. However, all other crucial pointers that were needed, he needed to remember those. Yes, that was his purpose. That was his evidential value. Was there a pry on the 26th of October 2014? He was meant to lock down who met, where they met, when they met, why they met. That was his core business there, because that meeting is foundational of the state's entire conspiracy theory. From a hostel meeting that anchors the state's case to a side debate about who tries to speak isiZulu. Oh, wena Gwabini. But that's not harmless, okay? That's a missed opportunity that weakened two things at once. One, his own credibility on Mamfundisi's conduct. Two, the clarity of the alleged hostel meeting on 26/10/2014. But no, that one, he clarified it kakhulu enough for me. But perhaps it could be something else. This isn't about bad faith. He was traumatized. He was emotional. He was facing people that he says destroyed his life. It matters also how he felt, guys. But legally, distraction is vital. Because court is not about vibes, guys. It is about records. It's about record. And when you chase the wrong issue, you don't just lose a moment. You lose structure, you lose corroboration, you lose momentum. Gwabini wasn't there to argue about Zulu fluency. No, he was there to make sure, to confirm the hostel gathering of the 5 IQs on the 26th of October. And by missing anything that links to that, he's missing the corruption of it all. And that alone, Jay, in a small instant, it could have made something, weakened something in his evidence. But I'm not really worried. I was just stating it in case you decide to come for me. I was just checking it, because otherwise it was a perfect opening. It was a perfect opportunity. Everything was just great. For me, he did well. Yes, he's a traumatized person who did not even go to therapy, whom I believe he does need therapy. He does. What are your thoughts when it comes to that? Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.